Good morning. We've got Santa in the snow because I'm cheap and won't pay for StreamYard. But I felt like I should change it to Santa in the snow because we're all like over this winter weather. Like, oh my gosh. And for I don't know if it's all Alabama or just North Alabama, but it's headed to us again this weekend. We do not get above freezing all day Saturday, and those days for me and these animals are a nightmare. A nightmare. Um, my videos of the storm come out Thursday and Saturday, so y'all will be able to see what all we went through. Um, the first video is originally they thought the storm was going to hit earlier. They thought it was going to be like Saturday and Sunday. And so we dealt with pouring down rain Saturday and Sunday. That was a nightmare. And then Monday and Tuesday was freezing temperature for like a solid day and a half. And so you're going to see on Saturday what we had to deal with in freezing weather. And I put this as a post on the community page, but as I was sitting out there freezing cold, I was like, I was having to take my gloves off to hit record and all that stuff so I could do my videos. And it was like freezing, and I said this Monday, but people were like, Judy, don't do that just for us. And I'm like, I have to. If I don't, my animals do not eat. Like I have to. I mean, I'm doing it for y'all too, because I want people, when people view my channel, my goal is to be raw and real. Like, and if I don't film during a storm, you have no idea what it's like to be a farmer. You know how like sometimes you're like scrolling and you see this cute dog, okay? And you're like, oh my gosh, I want one of those poodles. I don't know. I want one of those poodles, but you don't understand that a poodle requires grooming and stuff like that. This added expenses where a Dotson does not require grooming. And so, like, you see this cute dog and you think you want it, but you don't understand the added expense that comes with having a poodle. And so, when you watch my channel, I don't want you to go, oh, I want to lay on a pig. I think I'll go get a pig. Or I think I want a donkey that'll let me scratch his butt. I don't want you to think that that is reality, because there is a lot of stress that comes behind having a farm for me. I don't know about other people, but trying to figure out how to pay for it, trying to figure out how to keep animals safe during the winter or a tornado and all these things. It is so difficult, because if you have an animal that you're attached to, you understand the pain that comes behind worrying about your babies. I mean, my farm is my livelihood. I have a connection with all of my animals. And so when I can't lay down and go to sleep at night, like for example, y'all saw in my Tuesday video, Shane was doing farm chores. I'm going to start getting ready. Shane started doing farm chores, and it was because I had just had my tube out of my ear that day. But was it yesterday? Yesterday. It was this weekend. It was Sunday. I said, Shane, I've had a huge flare up with my arthritis. Okay. It's all in my back. And arthritis is no joke, especially during the winter. So I have been in a lot of pain. So I told Shane, I said, hey, I want you to go out and put the straw for the pigs. Put this extra thing, because it was going to freeze Sunday night. So he was trying to help me, and he goes out there to feed the animals and do the straw. And I wasn't out there, and I walked out there to a disaster. It was a disaster. Animals were going everywhere. And I was like, what? And I went out there and I looked, I was like, what is he doing? But unfortunately, Shane does not know the animals like I do. He does not. And God love him. He has a hard time with me being in control when it comes to knowing the animals' routines and training the animals and knowing what they feed. He has a hard time with me telling him what to do. I know what to do. No, you don't, Joker. And it was proven Sunday because he went out there and my animals are such in a routine that one minor mistake causes a total disaster. And what I mean is Leroy, okay? If you get out of the routine, Leroy is not going in the barn to eat. If you're in routine, Leroy will walk into the barn to eat. Well, Shane was out of routine because he went out there because he doesn't know. Shane, you can't put straw out before you feed. Because what happens is when you walk out there with a bale of straw and it's feeding time, every animal is following you and it's dangerous because you have a 1,500-pound bull that's going to follow you into the stalls because he thinks there's new hay. And what happened was Shane went out there before he fed and he took straw and every animal followed him. And then he walked out of the farm and he thought the normal feeding routine was going to go normal. And I'm like, you just janked up. You can't do that. You have to feed first. And then while everybody's eating, walk in there with straw. Because if you walk in there first, every animal in the farm is following you because you're bringing a fresh bale of hay in. So Sunday was a complete disaster. And I sat there in my head, and this is why it's hard for me to have someone do my big animals because it's dangerous. Because if they made one simple mistake like that, they would get hurt. Dexter's a big old bull, right? So I wish, like, Shane is learning, but like he just doesn't, he thinks he knows what he's doing. I said, and I have to be careful because he's the type of man that doesn't like to be told what to do. And I'm the type of woman, I'm not trainable either. I'm not just ragged Shane. When he wants to tell me what to do, I'm like he knows what he's doing. You know, we're both bullheaded. And so he's out there trying to hit Shishi with his foot to get her out of the barn. I'm like, don't touch my ass. Don't kick Shishi. It's just like, oh, it's a disaster. Okay. Now on to the subject of what I was talking about today. I cannot conquer the warpedness of this brain of mine when it comes to body image, dysmorphia, eating disorder. I am so janked up. And it robs me of my happiness every single day. And this weekend, I just had a meltdown. And I'm like, I do not want to live my life like this. I don't want to live my life every day thinking what I think. How do I fix this? Like, how do I fix this? And okay, first of all, when I'm talking about this, let me set the stage. If you do not have a weight problem and you don't have an eating disorder, it may be hard for you to relate to me. So in this segment, if you don't have those problems, okay, and you're blessed with not overeating and being skinny, God bless you, because you're very fortunate. But I'm sure there's something else you struggle with that consumes your mind every single day. There's something that you just cannot overcome in your life. Like, it is something that's on your brain every single day and is a constant battle. So if you're not able to relate to me with this eating problem that I have, I want you to substitute what I'm saying with what you're dealing with, okay? So somehow, some way, you can relate to me. This brain of mine is sick. This is how bad it is. The morning starts off with, you know, how you haven't ate, let's just say 8 to 10 hours because you've been sleeping, and your body is not swollen. You're actually like, you actually feel normal when you wake up in the morning. So your brain, when you're like that, you feel like, okay, everything's okay. Like, I just need to be satisfied with the way I look. That's how I am in the mornings. And it starts off with a cup of coffee, and I put protein in my coffee because I can't drink creamer. Okay. So it starts off really strong. After I drink my protein shake, or protein coffee, I guess I should say, I go out there and do animals. And then when I go out there and do animals, I start shaking a little bit because I haven't ate, but I've drank the protein shake. But I'm like, in order for me to get through this day, I've got to go eat breakfast. So then I come inside, and I was talking to a friend of mine this weekend, and we were talking about how I could eat a whole box of cereal. I could eat the whole box of cereal. Now, I should rephrase that. I couldn't eat a whole box of like peanut butter Captain Crunch because it's like a big box, and I couldn't eat a whole box of Raisin Bran, but Frosted Mini Wheats, which is full of fiber, I could eat because it's usually a small box. I could eat the whole, because like, this is what happens. You pour your cereal, you pour your milk, and then you start eating. And then you got milk left. And so then you pour more cereal in the bowl because you got more milk left. Or then you realize you don't have enough milk because you poured too much cereal. So then you go to the refrigerator and you pour a little bit more milk because you want your milk cold. And it becomes a problem. And then the next thing you know, I mean, I'm not going to say I ate the whole box of cereal, but I've had at least 2 bowls of cereal. So then, because I've ate so much fiber, what happens is when you eat fiber, you feel bloated. And you're like, God, I'm such a fat butt. Oh, God, I should have just stopped at 1 bowl. Why did I eat 2 bowls? And then the spinning in my brain starts. You're such a fat butt, Judy. You're like, you should have just, made a good choice. I mean, you drank the protein shake in your coffee. That's 30 grams of protein. And I can't remember, it's almost 200 calories. I should have just not ate breakfast. The spinning in the brain, the constant back and forth in my brain starts. And then I get depressed. And then when I get depressed, I'm like, I go out there and like my cousin's on that, I forgot what it's called, GPL-1 or something like that, that shot. I'm like, oh, I need to go check into that shot. Or someone has a patch and I'm like, oh dear Jesus, I need to try to get one of those patches. And I make a rash decision and the part of emotional mind that I'm feeling like a fat butt. And I'm like, oh, I got to go out there and download the Weight Watchers app. And I will make a rash decision because I'm an emotional mind that I'm a fat butt and I just ate 2 bowls of cereal and I'm going to start shots, or I'm going to start putting a patch on my body, or I'm going to like do something drastic because I've got zero control. Okay. So the chaos begins. So then let's just say I'm going to choose the Weight Watchers app. So then I'm like, I download the Weight Watchers app and it says you can pay, I don't know, let's just say you can pay $200 for the entire year, or you can pay $29 a month. I'm like, well, that's a no-brainer. It's cheaper to pay for the whole year. So I download it and I pay for the whole year. And I start off strong. And I'm like, when I make my mind up, by golly, I made my mind up and I can lose weight. And I've lost, let's just say 2 months go by and I've lost 15 pounds. And then I think I am a daggum rock star. And I'm like, wow, I'm so skinny. Look at my, if I'm filming and I'm, because when I film, I critique myself. Girl, you need to put on some makeup. Girl, you need to get that double chin. You got a Jane Glasscock chin, which is my mom. I'm like, I critique myself of what I look like. But then when I've lost 15 pounds, I'm like, girl, you look like a rock star. Look at you. And then something happens, such as a snowstorm or an ice storm, and my whole routine gets janked up. And this is usually what happens. Okay? I'm just being honest. I crave raw cookie dough like there's nobody's business. Just straight up raw cookie dough. Well, I was thinking about as I was craving raw cookie dough, and I crave it a lot. A lot. And when there's raw cookie dough sitting in front of me, it is a train wreck. There's 2 sweets that me and these sweets, I have like zero self-control. If there is a dozen chocolate cream-filled donuts, I cannot get my mind off of them until every one of them are gone. Oh, wait, I should say 3 things. Let me say 3 things. Raw chocolate chip cookie dough, I have zero control. Chocolate cream-filled donuts, I could eat all 12 in a day. Cookie dough Bluebell ice cream, train wreck. And Moose Tracks, Mayfield Moose Tracks. And I'm going to tell you something. I went to order groceries and I was going to order some Moose Tracks. Is Mayfield out of business? I can't find any Mayfield Moose Tracks. They made Turtle Tracks and Moose Tracks, and Walmart does not carry it. And I'm like, does Publix have it? Because I don't just go buy ice cream. I don't. But if it's in my house, I can't control myself. I don't sit and crave ice cream like I do cookie dough. And I don't sit and crave donuts. Like I'm not making a special trip to Decatur, Alabama to go to Krispy Kreme to get donuts. But if they're in my presence, I'm a train wreck. But I do crave chocolate chip cookie dough. And I was thinking about, I'm like, where did this weekend when I don't know if I hit rock bottom, but it felt like I hit rock bottom this weekend. I'm like, I am so sick and tired of the battle that goes on in this head when it comes to body image, yo-yo dieting. I am so fatigued. It wears me out. The constant battle in this brain of mine. I have had it. I am absolutely miserable in my body. What am I going to do about it? What is wrong? Why am I like this? Where did this crap come from? I have been in counseling. Nothing's working. I am a train wreck. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I sat there and told myself, I am not buying a shot. I am not buying a patch. I'm just going to cancel Weight Watchers because until I learn to have a relationship with food, a diet's not going to work. I can lose weight. That's not the problem. My body, like some people say, I've been on every diet and I just can't lose weight. I can lose weight. I can't keep it off. So obviously, that's not the problem. I can get down to 120 pounds. And then it creeps back up to 150 or 160. And I'm like, what is the underlying problem? Let's break this down and figure out, what am I going to do about it? Am I going to live like this the rest of my life and hate myself? That's sitting it out, Judy. Practice what you preach, honey child. Practice what you preach. So what am I going to do? And I'm like, well, now that I have said to myself that the problem is not losing weight, the problem is my relationship with food. So how, and I'm thinking in my head, I have been in rehab for this. I have been in counseling for this. Like, it's not working. What am I doing? And I don't know if y'all remember me. I think it was last week or the week before. I was talking about my counselor said I was the alcoholic that went to AA meetings and left drinking and saying the program didn't work. Do y'all remember me saying that? Well, no, I don't drink. She was giving me an analogy. I was thinking in my head, I have the tools. Why don't I use them? If I have tools, I have been to rehab, I have been to outpatient therapy, I have been to individual counseling for years. Why ain't it working? Like, what the heck? Like how many doctor copays does it take for it to sink into this brain of mine? I mean, dang, I've got the whole book. I got the whole book on what I need to do to take care of my mental health. And I am the alcoholic that goes to the AA meeting and leaves drinking going, this program does not work. That is me when it comes to body image and weight loss. And I don't know what you call it. The yo-yo dieting, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, all day long. There is not one day, y'all, that I do not beat myself up over what I eat and what I look like every single day of my life. I'm tired. And I'm like, am I getting to the age where I just don't care? I'm just going to let myself go? Like, what is it going to take? So I thought in my head, what am I going to do about this? What am I going to do? And I was like, I need to work with my therapist on having a relationship with food. Because when I eat, let's just say okay, in the mornings, I'm strong. Okay. It's obviously this is emotional mind because in the mornings I feel skinny. By the time I've ate 2 bowls of cereal, I feel fat. So I'm in emotional mind. Those are not facts. And I told you emotional mind is going to throw you off balance. And even when I was at my skinniest I've ever been in my whole entire life, I was still an emotional mind because I told you guys I used to wash clothes and I would hold up my blue jeans and go, "Who are these? Whose blue jeans are these? These are my blue jeans. These look like a dang 12-year-old's blue jeans." And I'm like, "Do they fit me?" They must have shrunk in the dryer because there's no way these blue jeans fit me. And I would put them on and go, "That is so weird that these blue jeans that look like a 12-year-old, they fit me." That's a janked up head, okay? A janked up head. But then when it comes to where I have gained weight, I'm like, I'm not wearing blue jeans anymore. I told Shane this weekend, I'm like, I have officially become that old lady that wears elastic pants. Like I would wear sweatpants every day or stretch pants, whatever you call them, yoga pants. I have literally become that girl that would wear those every day and never wear blue jeans and never wear shorts. I've officially become that lady. Blue jeans are not comfortable to me when I'm overweight. They hurt. When you bend over, they cut your breath off. I'd rather just go to Walmart and buy every color of sweatpants and wear them. I remember when Larry went through the process of wearing sweatpants every day. Larry used to wear blue jeans every day. And then he just like went to sweatpants. Shane's stepmom. I remember when she wore normal clothes and then she went to wearing sweatsuits every single day. Girl, I have gotten in line and I am that person that wants to wear sweatpants every single day. That's me. So when I think about, okay, I do not need to go on a yo-yo. I don't need to go on a diet, period. Because if I go on a diet, I'm going to lose weight and gain it back. I know that going on a diet does not work for me. I can sit here and tell myself 400 times, okay, if I could just get this weight off, if I had some help, if I could take a shot and lose this weight, I could keep it off. I could maintain it. No, you a dang lie, Judy. You a dang lie. I don't know who you tried to fool that you can keep this weight off once you lose it, but you a dang lie. Y'all like my redneck talk? You a dang lie, Jude. I don't know who you trying to fool that you can lose weight and keep it off, but you a dang lie. Ain't nobody listening to you, Judy. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my God. So once again, for the 45th time, I'm going to delete my Weight Watchers app because It's not working for me. Yes, Weight Watchers helps me lose weight by eating. That's great, but I can't maintain it. This past time that I went on Weight Watchers, I was like, there is no way in Hello Catootie that I can sit here and eat 23 points a day. I am starving. I am sick of not having condiments. I am over it. I started getting mad. Me and the Weight Watchers app got in a fight. And I told Shane, I said, because once you lose your weight, oh, they add a whopping 3 points to your points. I'm like, the only way to lose weight is to absolutely starve yourself. There's no way anybody in their right mind can do this the rest of their life. I don't understand. Like, I have a friend that has been overweight her whole entire life. Like, I remember back when we were just like totally BFF, where we talked on the phone every day. She was probably 240. Okay. She was overweight and she's short and she was overweight. Now she is a lean, mean fighting machine. But she's the girl that takes her own dressing to the restaurants. She's the girl that takes her own bottle of drink to the restaurants. She's the girl that nobody wants to be around because you're like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. She pulls out her dressing out of her cooler when we're at the restaurant trying to eat. Her whole family is like embarrassed because she is the girl that pulls out her skinny dressing because she's not. And then when she orders, it's like, yes, how is your chicken prepared? Okay, well, I need you to do, like, she's that girl. And I'm like, and everybody that is at the table with her, we're all like, and for me, it triggers me. I'm like, dang, I can't be around her. It triggers the crap in me because it makes me want to do it. I want to take my cooler to the restaurant and put my dressing in it and pull my dressing out and piss everybody off at the table. They think I'm a freakazoid because I have this dressing. Like, it's a trigger. It's a trigger for me. Like, I swear all my friends had eating disorders. I had another friend that used to have bulimia and she was anorexic. And we would go, I remember this one specific day. Me and her and another friend went to a Mexican restaurant. And all three of us were janked up with the eating disorder. Okay. We can pick up on an eating disorder in a second. We know what it looks like. Okay. And so we all three know that we struggle. Okay. But two of us are more open about it. The other girl is not open about it. Okay. She's never like, where I'll say, I have an eating disorder. She does not say that. She does not say that at all. Well, this particular day, we were at a restaurant and we were eating Mexican and we were eating, let's just say, chips. And I don't think we had cheese because, we ain't eating cheese. When you're an eating disorder and you're around eating disorder people, you're trying to eat right. Okay. It's so crazy. Anyway, so I think we're eating salsa. Well, she excuses herself to the bathroom. And me and my other friend are like, oh, Lord. She's going to the bathroom to make herself vomit because she just had chips and salsa. And me and my other friend were like, and she's the girl that does not eat all day long until about 9 o'clock at night. And then she has something small. And it's like, you go that long with no food. It's just like, if you've ever been around someone with the eating disorder and you don't have one yourself, it appears to be very confusing. But on the flip side, if you have one with the eating disorder that gorges themselves, like, I remember in high school, you're broke as crap. No, I was in no, I was in high school. I Yes, it was my senior year in high school, and I lived with my dad, okay? And my dad had change he collected change. And when they would leave to go to work, I'd go in there and rob the change jar like every kid does. And I would get like $2 out, okay? And you know what I did with that $2? I did this every single day. I learned that I could go to Krispy Kreme and get like 3 chocolate cream donuts, and it was less than $1 back in the day, okay? I Every morning, I stole my dad's change. I went to Krispy Kreme donuts, and I would gorge myself with donuts, because $2 would get me 6 donuts. And then the next thing you know, I'd had 6 chocolate cream filled donuts. And then I would go to my internship, which was at the Alabama Ballet. Well, when you're around a bunch of ballet dancers, what does it do knowing that you secretly ate 6 Krispy Kreme donuts prior to going to the Alabama Ballet? Then I'm janked up at the Alabama Ballet because I'm watching all these ballet dancers that are this big around and going, oh my God, I just ate 6 Krispy Kreme donuts. And I'm janked up all day long. So then when I leave the Alabama Ballet, I'm already depressed. So what I do, I go by Riley's and I get a double cheeseburger and a fry and a milkshake. I've been on both spectrums of an eating disorder. I have been where I gorge myself, and I've been where I've starved myself. And you guys know this. I've been on dialysis because I starved myself. I have been on both ends of the spectrum. So if you're a person that gorges yourself and you have an eating disorder and you're very obese, I've been there. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to hide food. I know what it's like to go from restaurant to restaurant. Like, say that you go and you get Chick-fil-A, and you go to Chick-fil-A and you get a large fry, a large drink, and a Chick-fil-A sandwich. And then you're like, well, that didn't do nothing for me. So then you go to Dairy Queen and get a Blizzard, a large Blizzard. And then you're like, I want to go to Sonic and get a slush. Like, I've been that person. So if you think for a second that I don't understand, I'm here to tell you that I do. I know what it's like to hide and gorge yourself. It's horrible. The guilt that you live with yourself going, oh my God, if people knew how much I ate, they would die. And then when you get around someone at a restaurant, you're like, you go through the Chick-fil-A line, you're like, I'll just take a small fry and grilled nuggets. And you're like, if they only knew what I ordered when they were not around me. I know what that feels like. And I'm like, okay, Judy, what are you going to do about this? So today I want to share with you a tool that I'm going to try. This is a tool that's in my pocket, and I do believe it will be a permanent tool. I am not going on a diet. I want to work on a relationship with food. And the tool that I have in my pocket, I put it there this weekend, is wait 20 minutes. That is the tool that's in my pocket. And I want to explain the tool. So me and ChatGPT, because Chris Mealy got me hooked on ChatGPT, I was talking to ChatGPT because my counselor was not with me. And I've learned that ChatGPT tells me the same exact thing that my counselor tells me. Trust me, I have asked it every question, and it always responds to me exactly the way my sponsor responds to me, because I say, I have taken DBT. Explain to me what I need to do to fix this problem. And it tells me. Okay. So the tool that I have in my pocket is wait 20 minutes. That's hard. That is a hard tool for me to reach in my pocket and grab out. When it comes to other things like mental health things, I'm pretty strong at it. I can break things down. I know what tool I need to do to take care of myself. I know how to, like, when my marriage is terrible, I know how to fix it. I'm like, okay, I need to go to the creek and I need to break this down, and I need to figure out what this jackleg's trying to tell me, because his words are terrible. I have to be the person that goes to the creek to figure out what the crap he's trying to tell me, because his voice comes out and his tone comes out in anger, but it's not anger. It's just that's the only thing he knows how to deal with, is he goes to anger, where I go to chaos and I go to my mind spinning. Shane goes to anger. But when it comes to eating, I don't have a relationship with food. This is new to me. So I don't know how strong I can be. But what I plan to do is, let's just say I am craving chocolate chip cookie dough. Normally, what that looks like for me is, let me tell you something. I made a post about this, that I could be the Cookie Monster. My mom should have signed me up for auditions to be the Cookie Monster, because I would have nailed it. What I'm going to do. Okay, I'm craving chocolate chip cookie dough. What does that mean? Okay, I'm extreme one way or the other. I'm either not eating sugar at all, or I'm overeating sugar. There's no balance. There's no, I have zero self-control. It is out of control. So I crave chocolate chip cookie dough. Well, if I was on Weight Watchers, I would just go, I'm not eating it at all. It's like I'm going to go way over my points if I eat this cookie dough. So I would just go, I'm not eating it. But what I plan to do is go, okay, Judy. Oh, Judy. What you're going to do is you're going to pull out, wait 20 minutes. And I do not know if this is going to work for me. So I'm not pretending to have it all. I'm new at this. So I crave chocolate chip cookie dough. I'm going to go in there and make cookies. Where if I was on Weight Watchers, I would say, you can't eat it, Judy. And I would be depressed because I couldn't eat chocolate chip cookie dough. And I would hate my life. It's kind of like when you're at a diet, when you're on a diet and you go to a birthday party and you're the one sitting there with no cupcake and you're like, I hate my life. It feels embarrassing. I can't. I'm on a diet. It sucks. I've been there. So I'm going to make the cookie dough. And then I'm going to eat a thing of cookie dough, whether it's a huge lump or small. I'm starting off slow. I can't be a rock star overnight. I'm going to eat one thing of cookie dough, one cookie. I'm going to scoop it out and eat one cookie. And then I'm pulling out of my pocket, wait 20 minutes. Because what happens with me, just being honest, I make myself totally sick. I mean, like totally sick, because I gorge myself with chocolate chip cookie dough. And I don't know what is eyeliner and what is lip liner. Don't follow me for makeup tips. So I pull it out of my pocket, wait 20 minutes. Because I've been trying this the past couple of days and it's worked. Now, granted, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be a rock star at this, but it's kind of like if you eat your dinner. I read that it takes your body 15 to 20 minutes to know it's full. But what happens is we continue to eat until we feel just like I'm about to vomit. So if you learn the tool, wait 20 minutes, your body has enough time to go, girlfriend, you are about to vomit from eating so much cookie dough. Because what happens is when I start eating the cookie dough, I don't stop until I feel absolutely like I'm sick. And then I'm like, why did I just do that? And you would think that I would catch on. Hey, when you gorge yourself with cookie dough, you're going to feel absolutely sick and you're going to have a really bad day. But it doesn't sink in, because the next time I crave it, I do it all over again. I'm the alcoholic that goes to AA and then goes and leaves the AA meeting and drinks the alcohol and then says the program doesn't work. So in order to know how to properly use a tool, it's almost like you have to be so sick of your life that you go, I'm so sick. I am 54 years old. I have done this my entire life and I am sick of it. Are you really sick of it? Are you at rock bottom? Because if you're at rock bottom, you'll reach for a tool. But it's not an automatic reaction. Okay? We didn't get like this overnight. It's not going to be corrected overnight. It is a walk. It is not a run. Because we might find ourselves in the kitchen making cookie dough and go, oh, dear Jesus, I forgot to reach in my pocket and get my tool out. Because our automatic reaction is to gorge ourselves in the kitchen with cookie dough until we're sick. So it's a walk. It's not a run. Runs don't work for me. It's a walk. In order to change your life, it's one foot in front of the other. It is a walk. In order to change what your brain, how your brain reacts, it's almost like it's in flight mode. It's like, I've done this my whole life, so I'm automatically going to do it. In order to change your brain, it is a walk and not a run. You're not a rock star overnight. Are you going to be the person that says, okay, today I'm going to an eating disorder clinic and I'm going to walk out and go home and fix cookie dough and I'm going to make myself sick. And then I'm never going back to the meeting because the meeting doesn't work. You're the person that's looking for a quick fix. You're the person who is looking for the instant pill to make you feel better. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. You can't go to therapy for a couple of weeks or a couple of months and expect it to click and work. It don't work like that. Trust me. I got the badge.
It's a walk. It's not a run. So, in order to change your thought process, in order for this girl to change her relationship with food, I got to figure out what's wrong with it first. And I'm in flight mode, which means I had to pull this tool out of my pocket and go, okay, before I go for seconds, I have to wait 20 minutes. And see how you feel in 20 minutes. Are y'all there? My computer died. Am I sideways? Jeez. I'm on my phone. My computer died. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Am I right? Okay. Y'all hear me. I'm sorry. My computer died. Okay. So, what I was talking about is the tool that you put in your pocket when you're trying to change your brain and doing something that you are sick of. I do believe in my heart, in order to pull tools out of your pocket, you have to be at rock bottom. That's my personal opinion. Because what happens is, if you're not at rock bottom, you're not going to reach for a tool. I have to remember what I feel like when I overeat the cookie dough. If I don't remember what I feel like, I'm going to repeat the same behavior. Hang on. Does that make sense? You have to, I feel like personally, no matter what tool you have in your pocket, if you're not at rock bottom, if you're not sick of yourself, you're not going to do it. You're not going to pull a tool out. Because if I was at rock bottom prior, I would have said, I need to fix this problem. But instead, I was just looking for a solution. I was looking for the quick fix. I was looking for what diet can I go on to lose weight, because I just need to lose. If I lose weight, the problem goes away because I don't feel like that anymore. So, oh, sorry. Are y'all still here? Am I talking? Are y'all here? Because I see good mornings. Okay, so I'm here. Okay. Thanks, Brenda. So if when I was the person who was saying that if I could just get skinny, all my problems would go away. Are you the person, if I could just hit the lottery, all my problems would go away? I wouldn't have the financial burden that I have. We are looking for the quick fix. That's what we're looking for. We think we know the solution. All I need is, if I could just pay my bills and not be stressed out, this would fix all my problems. Really? Do you really think that? So let's just look at the financial part. You think, if I could just not be stressed out about money, it would fix all my problems. Okay, well, you got to dig deeper than that. Why do you have a problem to begin with? What is the problem? The reason you have no money? Is it you overspend? Is it you're not making enough? Like, you've got to fix that problem. Because if someone came and gave you $1,000, let's just say, and let's say your bills were $1,000, and you're like, oh my gosh, I just got blessed with $1,000. Well, that's only good for a month. You haven't fixed the problem. So what's the problem? It's the same with my eating disorder. It's like, I can get the quick fix, but if I fix the problem, okay, Judy, you might be skinny, but have you fixed the problem? Because if you haven't fixed the problem, you're going to gain it all back. So what is the problem, Judy? What is going to cause you to have balance and fix this problem? You have to ask yourself, what is causing this problem? And in order to do that, and to order to use a tool, you have to be at rock bottom. You have to be so sick of being financially strained, or you have to be so sick of this battle that you have in your head with weight, and you have to be so sick of it that you're going to willing to change something in your life. You may have to make a drastic change. Most people don't like change. They want to be comfortable. But I don't want to go get a second job. I'm comfortable just working one job, or I'm comfortable just being at home. You're not fixing the solution. Well, okay, well, that is a sign of insanity. Insanity is when you do the same things over and over and over and get the same results. That is insanity. That's what the definition of insanity is. And if you keep doing the same thing, you're gonna get the same results. If you don't learn to reach in your pocket to pull out a tool to deal with your life, you're gonna get the same results. If you don't figure out what causes you to do the things that you do, so with me, diet is not the answer. I can lose weight. That's not the problem. My problem is my relationship with food. So, how am I going to fix that? Well, right now, I'm going to use that one tool. Wait 20 minutes. Wait 20 minutes. And the second tool that I'm going to use is I can't do this by myself. If I could, I would have already done it. I would already have this problem solved if I could do it by myself. Obviously, I'm going to need some help. I'm going to need some assistance. So I plan on calling my counselor and saying, we need to work on my relationship with food because it's not good. It's hang on. It's not good. I I'm I was trying to get my hairspray. I'm tired. I'm tired of this yo-yo. I'm tired of beating myself up every single day. It's like a broken record. I wear myself out by the end of the day because I beat myself up every single day. And don't text me and say, Judy, you look great. Judy, you shouldn't worry about that. Duh. Duh. I mean, I'm not saying that I look great, but I'm just saying because that would be boastful. But I have a serious problem that's not seen on the outside. If you opened up my brain and saw what I deal with on a daily basis, you would understand this conversation right now. And I guarantee you, I'm not alone. And it doesn't have to be just about diet. There's something that consumes your brain every day. Is it financial problems? Is it spiritual problems? What is it that consumes your brain every day and keeps you from being the best version of yourself? For me, it's weight. It's body image. It's something janked up. And I'm saying weight because I don't know what word it is. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of being on a daily roller coaster. So, okay, I've got to change some things. I'm not strong. I'm terrible. I'm weak. I'm at the beginning stages. I'm the alcoholic that don't know where to turn. I've been to counseling. I've been to rehab. It doesn't work. Do you know why it's not working? Because I'm not putting forth the effort. It feels exhausting to me. So right now, I can't just make a quick change because this didn't happen overnight. This was happening when I was in high school. I'm 54 now. It's got to be a walk. It can't be a run. I didn't get this way overnight. This is permanent damage. No, not permanent. It's long-term damage that has been done. I've done this to myself. There's PTSD involved. There's a lot of crap that is involved that got me to where I am today that I'm train wrecking myself. So I feel like for today, the tool that I'm going to use is wait 20 minutes. Okay, Judy, you're craving the cookie dough. Go in there and make it, Judy. You're not going to be right until you eat it. So just go in there and do it. But eat one and wait 20 minutes. And if you want more in 20 minutes, eat it. Have a good relationship with food, Judy. And you know what? I might
eat it, wait 20 minutes and want more and eat another one. Okay, well, my body's going to tell me what's going to happen. Maybe 2 doesn't make me sick, and maybe 2 makes me absolutely physically sick. But I have to store that in my brain. It's a walk, it's not a run. And I want you to know, whatever you deal with that consumes your brain every day, and it's like devil and Jesus is right here, and you're the person that's going to the meeting and you're leaving drinking. Me too. Me too. So you have a choice today. I feel like sitting it out is being insane. Whether it is financial burden, whether it is trying to fix people, whether it is spinning your brain out of control and obsessing, whatever your deal is that obsesses, you obsess every day. Maybe it's a problem. Maybe it's you and a spouse, or maybe it's you and your sister. I don't know. Whatever causes you unhappiness, what does that look like for you? What is robbing you of your joy? That's sitting it out. Sitting it out is not recognizing it. It's doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. Dancing is saying, it's not going, if I could just get $10,000, it would fix this problem. Nope. 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 What caused the financial burden? Is it you're not working? Is it you're on a limited income and you can't figure out how to do something from work from home? Is it because you're tired? Is it because you're lazy? Is it because, what is it? What is causing your financial strain? What is it? You have the power to fix it, but you have to recognize the problem and go, what do I need to do to fix this? For me, it is weight. It is this brain of mine. But understand that you didn't get like this overnight. It is a walk and not a run. Being the best version of yourself is taking one step at a time. But in order to get better, you have to recognize the deep rooted root of the problem. The problem is not that you just overeat. The problem is not that you're broke. The problem is much deeper than that. You've got to dig deep to figure out what the crap, where did this come from? Where did all of this come from? How were you raised? What was your home like? Like, you got to go all the way back to childhood, because a lot of us carry PTSD with us. You got to go all the way back. And once you're able to identify the problem, oh, okay, well, my mom was overweight. Okay, well, the atmosphere that I was in was dance, aerobics, all those things that required me to be skinny, cheerleading, all those things required you to look a certain way. What did it do to me mentally? That goes all the way back to childhood. Mom didn't want me to look like her. So she hounded me about eating because she didn't want me to suffer like she suffered. I carry all that PTSD with me. I got to go back and deal with all that in order to get better. Dig deep. I want you to know you're not alone. You have a choice. You can sit it out or you can dance. And I hope you dance. I will see y'all Monday. Bye.